feel generally here plays best day 2 for the wicket, and it's going to be very hot, very dry. It's already very slow. Generally goes up and down and offers something later on in the game. So the fact we've got those runs on the board, I think is crucial. We've got 2 brilliant partnerships today, which Brydon in particular, the way that he managed that situation was excellent, and Jamie again showing the form and the skill that he has at the minute was wonderful. So I think it's important. I think here you've always got something to work with that slope, and there's always different ways that you can, even when it feels very placid and the ball's soft and slow pitch, there's always something to work with. So it's really important that we keep that, bear that in mind. If the ball does go out of shape and you get a new one a bit harder and a fresher seam, then we exploit that as well. But I think it's a good day for us.
Pretty nice one. One of your better catches to till the record off around there?
No, it's just a catch one. There's plenty of drops in there, so no, it was nice today to break that partnership and get things moving in the right direction for us. So yeah, it was good.
Can I ask you what that feeling in the middle, around the ground, as Jofra returned? Yeah, it felt great. You guys were smiling so much.
Yeah, I think just the genuine joy seeing him back playing Test cricket, just on his face, we're taking that wicket, making things happen. The impact that he adds to the group is huge in the dressing room, but also out on the field. Clearly, he's an X-factor player. He's shown that, when he's played white ball cricket for him, when it's in the IPL, big games, he turns up and he does things that other players can't. And we saw that in the short sort of burst today. So, I do think he's going to play a big part with the rest of the group. And I think one thing that you will say about it is he complements nicely the rest of the attack. And at different points throughout the game, they're all going to have to work together and play their part in taking these 20 wickets if we're going to win this game. So, really nice start for him. Great to see him back smiling, enjoying his cricket, and also making a huge impact at the start of the season.
Yeah, I mean, he was smiling, you were smiling. There was a real buzz just around.
There was a great picture of Bash trying to
Go
celebrate with him, and he didn't know what to do. So, no, it was just brilliant. So, I like to say, when you've got that about you where you can get a whole crowd up and about and create a noise and atmosphere like that, you clearly got some special spots in the group, which is great for them.
About what it is with the way that Jasper bowls, it makes it so difficult to hit.
I think as well it's just as much on the surface itself. Clearly he's got a very unique technique, doing the ball differently to other bowlers, but that's part of the art of the game. He offers you something different, a different challenge to other bowlers, and you've got to be good enough to find ways of countering that, whether that's defensively or attackingly. And the large portion of yesterday managed to deal with that quite nicely, and unfortunately the delivery today against a secondary ball on a wicket which clearly offers more with a harder ball laterally anyway. So fair play to him. But that's the art of the game, right? It's understanding when you can make an impact, when you get your chance to own the game up, can you take it? And he did that well today. And I guess the question is, can our bowlers do it tomorrow? I think just more than anything, it was just a joy to see him back playing. Just like to see him running in, bowling at that pace, maintaining that pace as well. I mean, it might take him a couple of balls each spell, but he's up and around that 90-mile-an-hour mark throughout the 3 spells that ball, which was great to see. I'm just excited for him. Really, it's been great to see him back in and around the group, and then to come in and take a wicket in your first over, to then get a tap on the shoulder when their best player throughout this series and then 600 runs come down to bat, and you're the man that he turns to. I think that's a great compliment, and it must fill him with confidence going into the rest of this game. So great to see him have an impact already, and as I said, still he's got a big part to play for the rest of the team.
Continent wicket, and it's looking like more of a subcontinent wicket. What do you think in upcoming days?
Yeah, I don't see it getting any better. Really, I don't think it gaining any pace or getting more bounce, consistent bounce anywhere. I think it'll get more up and down, and you might see a little bit of turn throughout the game as well. But I think it's going to be quite turgid. I think it's going to be quite slow scoring unless you get someone like Rishad who comes out and plays a very aggressive style of batting where it takes quite a lot of unorthodox methods, and you could see it as a slightly more old school kind of test match, but yeah, I think we've got a great opportunity tomorrow in the morning if we can get a couple of wickets, make a lead in backpass on that surface could be quite tricky if we get things right. So I think the game's poised nicely like the others have been, and well, certainly like the first one was, and it's a great chance for us to turn up tomorrow and try and make things happen.
Variety of makes of the new sound. Is it any different, or how is it, or is it the weather playing its part?
I don't know the ins and outs of how they make it. I do know that they're handmade, so that you're never going to get two balls exactly the same. I do think that this summer's been a bit of an anomaly for us. We're not used to getting this much sun, this much heat, getting squares as hard and as firm, and outfield as firm, so whether that plays a part. It's one of those things where if the balls are going out of shape, you change them and you don't make a big deal out of it. I don't think it's the end of the world. I think it adds a different dynamic to the game, where anybody be skillful enough to adapt to the changes, whether it stops swinging or starts swinging or does a little bit more. I personally think that if you want to keep getting the ball changed, then each team gets 3 challenges every 80 overs, and that's it. So if you want to get it changed, but the rings have to be the right size, not too big. That would be, I think, a nice way of compromising and saying it's not all on the manufacturer. Sometimes these things happen, but you can't just keep asking and wasting time slowing the game down at the same time. Nice to take that wicket. I think it's a good bit of bowling, clever as well. Sometimes as a bowler you've got to take your ego out of it. For Rosie, I think it was smart on a wicket where you're working with a slow. If you can put someone further back in the crease, there's less time for them or more time for the ball to deviate one way or the other. So you feel like you're bringing more motor dismissal into the game, and it stops them banging out the crease and cutting the ankles down. And just rewards for a long, hard spell, great pressure. Clearly a player in great form, good player anyway, but in serious form, and really important wicket for us. So I think just good thinking, good skill to be able to execute it. Great catch.
So watching the video, if you like it, please press the like button, share your views in the comment section, and please subscribe to India News TV for more such updates.